Hey guys, this is Van here, and today I'm going to be talking about Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. This is the summary video for it, and if you guys haven't seen my last summary video, I suggest going to watch it first before watching this. And also, this will contain spoilers for Danganronpa, and so if you haven't played that game yet, I suggest playing it before watching this video. Otherwise, just enjoy. So the first game in the series opens with the execution of the principal of Hope's Peak Academy. All that is seen is what seems to be a black and white bear, and his name is Monokuma, who was made by Junko Enoshima. The game opens with the protagonist Makoto Naogi, the ultimate lucky student, who talks about his excitement to go to Hope's Peak Academy. Upon entering, his head hurts and he passes out, waking up in a classroom. Not sure what has happened, he goes to the main hall with the other students, including a mysterious girl named Kyoko Kirigiri, who refuses to tell her ultimate talent. The students inform him that the school is locked up everywhere. Also, their memories are wiped due to the mastermind's connection to the ultimate neurologist, Masuda, who came up with a way to wipe certain memories. All are confused when a voice tells them to go to the gym. Once there, they are introduced to Monokuma, who tells them in order to escape the school, they must be a part of the killing game. This is different from the previous killing game, as it is more trial-based rather than chaos ensued. The students refuse to kill anyone, so Monokuma announces that he will introduce a motive to kill someone. These motives include a second purpose, which won't be detailed until my Ultra Bear Girls video. Sayaka Maizono receives her motive video, showing her band members and with the mysterious message, "What tragic event has befallen this group? Find out for yourself." So she comes up with a plan to switch rooms with Makoto, a guy that she knew would take the fall for her had he have to, and had Leon Kawada come visit her. When he visits, she pulls a knife on him and attempts to murder him, but Leon fights back, injuring her right wrist. She runs into the bathroom where he chases her and kills her. After the crime, he burns his bloody shirt and returns to his room until the next day when everyone shows up to breakfast except Sayaka. In a panic, Makoto rushes to his room where he knows she was staying, to find it in ruins, then finds her in the bathroom. When Monokuma explains the remaining rule that if the one who killed a classmate is found out, they will be executed, Junko speaks up, saying that she refuses to be a part of the game. When Monokuma threatens her, she stomps on him, violating the rule to not attack the headmaster. Junko dies in the gym in front of her classmates. During the investigation, Kyoko is shown to have an extensive knowledge of the crime scene and finds a message written on the wall behind Sayaka. It is revealed that in her last moment, she was able to write Leon's name in blood, though at a glance, since it was upside down, it looked like 11037. These numbers end up being a code that Makoto will have later on in the story, due to how important Sayaka was to him. After proving that Leon, the ultimate baseball star, is the culprit, he is executed in front of everyone, being killed by baseballs being shot at him. Kyoko pulls Makoto to the side to tell him that Sayaka only wrote Leon's name in her dying moments to prove that Makoto was innocent, to protect him, and encourages him to not lose hope. Byakuya Togami shows an interest in documents in the library, saying only distinguished people normally can obtain documents like them, and wondering how the mastermind could have possibly obtained them. A new motive is presented after new areas of the school are opened. This motive is about secrets held by the classmates. Makoto assumes that all the secrets are petty ones and brushes it off. He is unaware that some secrets are much worse than others. Chihiro Fujisaki, the ultimate programmer, receives a card saying the mastermind knows that she is really a boy. Instead of fearing that this will be announced, he instead decides he will go to the gym to become strong like he thinks he should be, and then tell everyone himself. He goes to Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader, as he is what Chihiro perceives a strong person to look like. He is unaware of the pent-up anger Mondo has, and Mondo feels that Chihiro is really taunting him by calling him tough, and in a rage, he grabs a dumbbell and hits Chihiro, killing him instantly. Mondo feels remorse and quickly switches the crime scene to the girls' locker room to keep Chihiro's secret covered up. After the murder, Byakuya stumbles upon the crime scene, but instead of alerting anyone, he makes alterations to make it seem as if the murder was done by the serial killer named Genocide Jack, who he has learned is one of the students in the school, Toko Fukawa, the ultimate writing prodigy. He leads Makoto to discover the body, and Kyoko once again investigates the scene. While examining the body, she discovers Chihiro is a male, as well as that a student handbook is missing. Mondo destroyed the handbook because he knew the Sada destroyed them, having accidentally destroyed his own when he and Kiyotaka Ishimaru had a contest to see who would stand the heat longer. Mondo is found guilty and is executed by being spun and electrocuted, and he gets turned into butter. You can't make this up. Taka is distraught by his death. Chihiro fiddled with a laptop before his death and programmed alter ego. Kyoko begins to talk to the computer to get information on what is happening in the school. Kyoko becomes annoyed when she learns that Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru have been sneaking in to use the computer and arousing suspicion by the mastermind. This starts a feud between the two males. Meanwhile, a new motive is introduced to be 1 million yen, catching the attention of Celestia Ludenberg, the ultimate gambler. She uses Hifumi Yamada's vulnerability to convince him to kill Taka, who she claims stole Alter Ego, who has gone missing, and says that she will kill someone else in order for them to both escape. They kidnapped Yasuhiro Hagakure and trap him in a suit to make it look like a series of attacks have taken place. Taka is killed by Hifumi, and Hifumi fakes his own death to throw off everyone. When he finally meets up with Celeste to tell her the plan is complete, to protect herself, she murders him with the final hammer. In his last breath, he says he remembers that everyone used to be classmates at the school, but nobody recalls this. He then says he was killed by Yasuhiro. Everyone suspects Yasuhiro Hagakure, but Kyoko argues that Hifumi always called everyone by their last name, so it's someone with the last name Yasuhiro. She then begins to interrogate Celeste, saying that she needs to come clean on what her real name is. After fighting for a very long time, Celeste finally admits that her real name is Taiko Yasuhiro. She also gives Kyoko the key to the locker that she hid Alter Ego in before she is executed by being hit by a truck, one of the most common ways to die. Before the chapter ends, Kyoko demands that Monokuma tells her what he has done to her. Everyone is confused, but Monokuma only laughs it off. Kyoko's determination is only heightened. Makoto is walking down the hall when he hears a heated battle in the gym. He sneaks around to see Sakura Ogami, the ultimate martial artist, fighting Monokuma, saying she will no longer betray her friends. Monokuma announces to everyone that she is the traitor. Kyoko has Makoto then hook up Alter Ego to the system at Alter Ego's request to extract the mastermind's plan from the database. Kyoko then tells Makoto to search the female's bathroom on the 3rd floor for a passageway she had encountered while scouting the new floor. When he does, he finds documents in a room that is behind the stall, but is knocked out unconscious by a masked figure. When he wakes, the documents are missing. Sakura begins to be avoided by the group except her best friend Aoi Asahina. Hina fights the group, saying that to leave Sakura alone. She is attacked by Genocide Jack, and Sakura notices the clear tension in the group and feels responsible. Her deal with Monokuma was that she needed to protect her family's home in exchange for starting the murders. However, Leon ended up killing Sayaka, so Sakura never had to start the killing. Now instead, she must kill someone if there were to be no murder occurring in a set time, but she refuses. Instead, she tries to reconcile with the others, inviting Yasuhiro, Toko, and Byakuya. Byakuya doesn't come, but Yasuhiro arrives, but mistakes Sakura's movement as murderous. In fear, he grabs a bottle and hits her over the head. Believing she is dead, he quickly writes Toko's name so it looks like Sakura wrote it. He leaves, unaware that Toko was hiding in the room, and she sees the note and quickly hides it. Sakura, still alive, moves, and Toko passes out at the sight of blood. This causes Genocide Jack to awaken, and thinking she is in danger, since she and Toko don't share memories, she quickly grabs another bottle and hits Sakura before running away. Sakura is still alive, and Hina finds her. Hina worriedly tries to take her to the nurse's office to treat her, but Sakura asks her to leave, saying to get her some protein. Hina runs to get it, but comes back to discover the door is locked. She looks and sees that Sakura is sitting in her seat dead, and realizes that she has committed suicide. After Makoto and Kyoko arrive to inspect the body, Hina places a protein can on the ground and hides the poison. She believes that Sakura committed suicide because everyone was so cruel to her because of the suicide note that she read. However, that note was fake in order to get Hina to tamper with evidence. After she was found out by Kyoko, she admitted that she wanted to give Sakura a sense of justice, even at the cost of her own life. Monokuma reveals the real note, Sakura stating that in order to protect her family, she killed herself so that she would not have to kill a friend. Before he continues, he announces that there must be an execution. To everyone's shock, Alter Ego is shown on display as Monokuma wields a crane and smashes Alter Ego to pieces. He asks if that drives them into despair, but they only announce that because of Sakura's sacrifice, they are even more determined to fight the mastermind, even Byakuya Togami, who previously was content with just winning the game. Monokuma decides not to finish Sakura's will, as he says it includes a spoiler alert. Kyoko pulls Makoto to the side once again and asks him to distract Monokuma. Sakura managed to break open a window in the principal's office, which was against the rules, but she died so that they could get in to locate clues in the mastermind. Kyoko reappears, and to avoid the cameras, she walks past Makoto and whispers a name.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
The group grows suspicious of Kyoko as their numbers are dwindling and she has yet to reveal her talent. Byakuya takes her room key as a way to force her to say it, but she only shrugs it off as she doesn't remember it. Kyoko's meddling has become a thorn in the mastermind's side by now. They feel their plan unraveling, so they make use of a dead body. The group goes to a room to find a computer where they see themselves being broadcasted. They realize the killings are being shown to the entire outside world, but are unsure of why. The masked figure comes to Makoto's room with a knife, but Kyoko steps in, protecting him. However, Makoto, in a hazy state, barely understands what is happening and cannot quite tell if Kyoko is the figure or if she is protecting him. Later, Genocide Jack finds a body and leads the group to it. It is the body with the same mask Makoto saw, and when Genocide Jack attempts to remove the mask, it explodes. Toko is fine, by the way. Since nobody can identify the body, they assume it to be Mukuro Ikusaba, since there's a tattoo of her missionary group symbol on her hand. The class trial begins late, as Kyoko could not be found until last minute when she comes to the elevator, explaining to Makoto in secret that she found a skeleton key and was searching the school, so she was late to finding the body. During the trial, it is obvious that someone set up the crime to where either Makoto or Kyoko is the culprit, and even though the evidence is pointing towards her, Makoto chooses to trust in Kyoko. Monokuma announces time is up, but nobody has reached a conclusion. Because he is the most likely candidate, everyone votes for Makoto as the culprit because they aren't allowed to speak on the matter anymore. Monokuma says they are correct, even though Kyoko knows that it is blatantly obvious that they were both set up. Monokuma announces Makoto is to be executed. As Makoto's execution is occurring, at the last moment, Alter Ego is able to interfere through the computer system set up in the school, even though the mastermind thought they were able to destroy the AI in the previous execution. They manage to stop Makoto's execution, and he is dumped into a garbage chute. Kyoko decides it is finally time to end this killing game once and for all. Makoto is in the chute, hungry and thirsty, until the garbage is dumped in. To his surprise, Kyoko jumped down to come and rescue him, using the skeleton key she found. She explains to him that she has found out her ultimate talent is a detective, and she is from a household of them, which is why she couldn't remember anything about herself. She says she came to the academy to meet her father, the principal, and finally cut him off for good because he abandoned her at a young age and left the family business. When they emerge, Monokuma is angry that she has retrieved Makoto, but Kyoko announces that she wants them to have a final class trial to locate the mastermind. Monokuma obliges, and Kyoko gets everyone together to find clues since all the doors are now accessible. They find a surveillance room where the mastermind has been watching them closely. Kyoko then goes to the principal's office to search, where they find the remains of Jin Kirigiri, leaving her angered that she could not settle things with him. They also find a morgue where the bodies are placed, but notice that one space is not occupied, but know there should be one more body. They also look at multiple photographs that everyone has given to throw off the investigation and attempt to trick them into believing others were the mastermind. One thing they notice is that in all the photos, one consistent thing is that nobody can see Junko's face. They know that Junko they met earlier had freckles and did not look like she does in magazines. Kyoko says the missing body is Junko's, but says she believes that it was an imposter, and that the imposter was none other than Mukuro Ikusaba, and the truth is revealed that Junko Enoshima is the mastermind behind the entire killing game. Junko says that they were right about Mukuro pretending to be her, happily stating that she killed her own twin sister. Mukuro was told by Junko that if she attacks Monokuma, they will take her to a dungeon where she will stay until the end of the game. This falls through, however, as Junko had other intentions. To feel a deeper despair, losing her sister, the only one who truly cares for her, she instead has Monokuma murder her for breaking the rules. She further announces that she has had the entire world falling into despair, even taking down all of Byakuya Togami's family, who were elite officials, and that he is the last member of the Togami family standing. She also adds that there's an air purifier in the school, and if they were to leave, they could potentially be killed by the air outside. She announces that if they choose despair, they can live in a school forever and stay safe, and if they do, Mikoto must be executed. If they choose hope, the air purifier will no longer work, and they will be forced into the outside world that is falling apart, but she will be executed. It is also revealed that they are being broadcasted outside because the world needs hope, so they want to show the world that the ultimate hopes are fighting each other and killing each other in order to plunge it into a deeper despair. Mikoto convinces everyone that they may be in despair and the world may be falling apart, but they can't stay in the school because they have to fight for the world, so the world will see the broadcast that they were symbols of hope just like they were meant to be. Hope wins, and Mikoto is granted the title Ultimate Hope, and Junko is shocked for a moment before excitedly exclaiming how great the despair of losing is, and how much despair she feels as she is in her final moments. She happily exclaimed, "It's punishment time!" as she presses the execution button. In case you weren't aware of how insane she is, her punishment is called the Ultimate Punishment, where she has herself go through every single previous punishment. The 1,000 blows, the Cage of Death, the burning of the Versailles Witch, excavation destruction, blast off, and after school lesson. When this insane punishment has finally ended, a controller is left for the group to press to open the doors to go outside. Mikoto happily says that even in the darkest despair, hope will win. They are rescued by the group, the Future Foundation, and join forces to rid the world of this despair, and say that with Junko gone, they are already steps closer to it. The survivors of this game are Mikoto Naegi, the ultimate hope / the ultimate lucky student, Kyoka Kiriguri, the ultimate detective, Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny, Yasuhiro Hagakure, the ultimate clairvoyant, Toko Fukawa, the ultimate writing prodigy / genocide jack, and Aoi Asahina, the ultimate swimming pro. But anyway, that'll conclude my video for this time, and since this is one of the main games in the story, I'd like to include something at the end, and it's going to be a special for everyone who was lost in this game. So, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.